Okay, so yesterday we saw HTML, right? So today we'll be going through JavaScript. Okay, basic JavaScript. What are the basic fundamentals about variables, operators, okay, functions, then for loops, while loops. Okay, okay, fine. So yeah, yeah. So we'll create a new file today. So I'll rename this file basic HTML. Okay. So yesterday we saw how do we uh, write the syntax for a HTML page. So that is, we write like this. We have one HTML tag inside which we can have one head element. In the head, we can write the title. In the title, let me write something. JS fundamentals. Then after the head, we have the body. Okay. So inside the body, we write our HTML code, right? In the same way, we'll be writing the JavaScript also in the body tag. Okay. Now, we normally write it in the body tag, but we can even write it in the head section. But for that, we need to write some extra things. Okay. So that is not needed for now. Now we can continue with the body tag. So mostly everyone will be writing the JavaScript in the body tag. Okay. Okay. So inside the body tag, what we do is we create one element called script. Okay. Inside the script, we write the JavaScript. And normally what we do is if we have some HTML, we write the HTML at the top. That means we have H1, we have P, whatever we have, the content and all those things, we write all those things. And then at the end of the body tag, just before closing the body tag, we put the script element. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, so there are some basics. So some topics are there which are present in all programming languages. They are universal for all programming languages. So like variables, operators, functions, expressions, these are all present in all languages. Okay, whether it is C, C++, whatever be it. Okay, so let's start with them. Basic fundamentals. Okay, so why do we need JavaScript? What we do with JavaScript? We need JavaScript for interactivity. What is interactivity? Using HTML, when we create some page, what happens? It is just showing us images. It is just showing us text and all those things, isn't it? But there is no, whatever we wrote yesterday, can we click on somewhere? If I click, nothing will happen, right? So let me go to this file, yesterday's file. Yeah. Okay. So this is the file that we created yesterday, isn't it? Here, can I click on something? If I click on something, nothing is happening, isn't it? Because this is plain HTML. There is no JavaScript. Okay. If something needs to happen, if when I click on something, then we need JavaScript. That is interactivity. We are interacting with the browser. That means we are talking with the browser. When I click on facebook.com and it is going to Facebook, what am I doing actually? I'm telling the browser, please go to Facebook website. So I'm telling the browser, isn't it? Please go to Facebook website. But if there is no JavaScript, I can't tell the browser. The browser can't understand what I want. Okay. So for that we need JavaScript. Okay. But before going into JavaScript, let me show you a simple thing that we missed yesterday. Okay. So that was links. So links. There are some links, we click on it and it is going to somewhere, isn't it? So for that we don't need JavaScript actually. Okay. When we have a link, suppose for example, here one Gmail link is there. Okay. And I click on this, I don't need JavaScript. It is going directly. It is a link. It is going to Gmail. Okay. So first let us do this, then we will go to JavaScript. Okay. So because that is part of HTML. Okay, fine. So what I'll do is, so in yesterday's file itself, I'll create a link. So how was it looking like? Okay, after this I'll create something. Yeah, on the top. So after the welcome to HTML. So to create links, we need the anchor element. Which element? Anchor. So it is written as A, only A. Okay, anchor element. And let me put a link like so this is, we have different sections, right? This is text formatting, the first part. Second part is list, then tables. Okay, so let me do something. Let me have some names for these topics. Okay, so I will use h2. In h2, what is this part? This is text formatting, right? So text formatting. Okay, then we have one HR, then we have the list. So h2 and lists. Okay, then I can have another HR after the list. Then this is the table part. So tables. Okay, so we can remove the last HR. This HR I will remove, and I can put it here. Okay, now let's see. So this is the page that we created yesterday. So next HR is coming from somewhere. Okay, this one. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we created. Now let me create some links at the top. So after the so here I'll create a link like something like Wikipedia. Wikipedia, isn't it? So in Wikipedia, what do? We go there for searching some topics, to read something, to understand something, isn't it? So let me create something like this. What will happen? How does it look like? How does it look like? Let's see. Okay. So I just wrote anchor tag and Wikipedia. So what is it? So it is looking like this. Is there any difference with this text? No difference, right? It's coming in plain black text, and it is not even clickable. I can't click. It is just like normal text. Okay. So that means something is missing. Something is wrong because of which it is not clickable. Okay. So for to make it clickable, we need an attribute. Do you remember what is attribute? What is an attribute here? Can you tell me? No. In this code, which one is attribute? Type is an attribute. You will type equal to square. So type this word is an attribute. Type, then table has border. Border is an attribute. Then what else we saw? Did we see anything? Call span. Call span is an attribute for TD. Border is an attribute for table. Then type is an attribute for OL. Type is also an attribute for UL. Start is an attribute for OL, isn't it? Like that, we have different attributes. In anchor tags, we have an attribute called href. Have you seen this earlier? Href is equal to something. We have to write something. Okay. Now let's see. Without writing href, what was happening? It was coming as plain text. I wrote href, but I didn't write anything in the double quotes. Now what will happen? It is looking like this. It is now coming as a link. See, when I put my mouse over welcome to HTML, can you see the cursor? This is known as cursor, isn't it? When I put my mouse over Wikipedia, it is coming as hand kind of thing, isn't it? So this is known as pointer, cursor, pointer. Okay. So this tells us that it is a link. Okay. It is coming in purple, but it should come in blue. This is coming in purple because I have already visited this link. So let's go to some new link, okay, where I have not visited. So let me go to Google and let me try something. Can I write something like this? Wait, there is a website called Wikichip. Okay, so I'll write Wikichip. Okay, fine, no problem. We'll go with Wikipedia. Okay, so now, but if I click on this link, it is not going to anywhere. Can you see? Is it going to Wikipedia? No. So that means again something is missing. So what is that? In the href, we have to give the link where I want to go. If I don't give that, it doesn't know where to go. So it stays on the same page. Okay. Okay. So now let's go to Wikipedia website and see the link. What is the link for Wikipedia? So I go to this and I click on this and I copy and just paste it here. Okay, what is the link I got? https://www.wikipedia.org/. This is known as a URL. Okay, this is known as URL for Wikipedia website. Okay, okay, fine. So now let's see what happens to our page. So let me reload the page. Now, if I click on this Wikipedia, what is happening? See, so it is going to Wikipedia page. Okay, that means it is working fine. So this is the basic syntax for an anchor tag. That means to create a link. Okay, okay, fine. Like this, you can create any kind of links. Now, let me tell you one thing here. Now, what is happening? I'll just 1 minute. Now see, when I click on observe carefully, when I click on this Wikipedia, where the Wikipedia website is opening, in the same tab or different tab? Same tab, isn't it? This is known as a tab, isn't it? This is a new tab. This is a new tab. It is not opening in new tab. But sometimes in some websites, have you seen, even in Flipkart, if I click on one link, it is opening in new tab. It is not opening in the same tab. Is that good or bad? Sometimes it is good, isn't it? In Flipkart, suppose I am going for a list of clothes. and I click on something, if it opens in the same page, again if I come back, it is lost. Where I was there, I don't know. Suppose 500 items are there. I clicked on something, and if it opens in the same page, and then if I come back, I see, okay, where that went, isn't it? So for that kind of situations, we need sometimes to open the links in a new tab. Then what can we do? Any guess? What is that attribute? Okay, fine, good. So we have an attribute called target. Okay, so target is equal to underscore blank. Okay, target equal to blank. So if I write target equal to blank, what will happen? If I click on this Wikipedia link, it will open in a new page. Okay, so this way we can create links that opens in a new page. Okay, okay, fine. Let's see some more examples of anchor tags. What else can we do? Then, so this is about going to some external page. That means Wikipedia is not in our website, right? It is in some other place. We are trying to go to that place, isn't it? But anchor tag is not only for that kind of thing. Anchor tag can be for different purpose. Like now I have another page, right? JS fundamentals. I can even go to that page also using anchor tag, and I can even go to the what we have different sections like welcome to HTML, text formatting, lists, tables, isn't it? So I can go to the table section also. What can be done for that? If I want to go to the table, don't know. Okay, so what we do is, suppose I want to go to the table part. So what I'll do is, in the table section, where is the table section? It is starting from here, isn't it? So I'll give an ID. ID is again an attribute. ID equal to table. Okay, ID equal to table. Now I'll create a link. So what will be that link? Go to table section. Okay, so the link name is go to table section. So what I'll write here, href is equal to the ID name, what I wrote. What was that? Table. So I'll write here hash table. Okay, I have to write hash table. Okay, so now let's save this, go to the browser, reload, and if I click on go to table section, it is going to the table part. Can you see? Yeah, just 1 minute. Okay, so what happened here, when I click on go to table section, it is going to the table section automatically. Okay, so this is also possible using anchor tag. Okay, now we have another HTML page, jsfundamentals.html, isn't it? Here I don't have anything. I'll just put one h1, nothing else. This is JS fundamentals. Okay, I just write like this. I don't have anything on this page. Okay, so what I'll try to do is, I'll try to link this page from the basic HTML page. So I'll create another link. So let me create a line break here, and another line break. So here I'll put one anchor tag, and I'll write go to JS fundamentals. Here what I should do is href is equal to the file name. Okay, but that file should be in the same folder. Okay, if it is in a different folder, the path will be different. the href, whatever value we are giving, that will be different. We have to give some slash, we have to give the proper path. Okay, so forget about that. But if it is in the same folder, what we do, we need to write the just the file name. That's it. So what is the file name? jsfundamentals.html. So I have to write that here. js-fundamentals. If the spelling is mistake, it will not go. If one capital letter, small letter, some error is there, it will not go. Okay. jsfundamentals.html. Okay. Now let's save this, go to the browser and reload. Here we can see when I click on Wikipedia, it is going to Wikipedia in a new tab. When I click on go to table section, it's going to table section. And when I go to JS fundamentals, it is opening the JS fundamental page, which is having only one h1 tag, isn't it? So is it clear? So this is how we can use the anchor tag in three ways: to go to some external website, to go to some other section in the same page, or to go to another file that we have created. So that is a web page. This is one web page. This is one web page. We can link two or more web pages using the anchor tag. Okay, these are the three things. Okay, fine. Now we will go to the JavaScript part. So that's enough for HTML. Okay. Now. Okay. So what I was talking about JavaScript is we need JavaScript for interaction with the website. We need to tell the browser, suppose we have a button. If I click on that button, I want something to display, one pop-up or something to print something like that. But that things are not possible using HTML. Only going to some page is possible, but other than that, nothing is possible. Suppose I have a form, I write something and I click on submit. That submit will not work without JavaScript. Okay. Okay, fine. So to create interactivity, we need the JavaScript. Okay. Now, what are the basic things about JavaScript? So JavaScript is again a programming language. So it will have a lot of basic features like variables, operators, and all those things. Okay. Now, what does a programming language do? It deals with data. We have some data, we modify it, we change it, we send it to somewhere, isn't it? Or we get some data from somewhere. This is what programming languages are doing actually. Most programming languages are doing only that. That's what they're dealing with data. They're playing with data. They're changing the data. They're modifying it, isn't it? So this data is there, it's okay. But to use that data, we need somewhere where we can store it. For example, if I'm not storing it, I have some value like 23. When I write like this, it is not wrong. 23 is a value. Okay, fine. Okay. So after writing 23, I want to add something to the 23. But how do I add? I can't write 23 plus 1. If I write like this is actually, this 23 is not the same 23 that we wrote here. This is a different 23. This is a different 23 plus 1. So we are not using the same value. Okay, because it is just some data. So for that, what we need to do is we need to store the data somewhere. Okay, if we don't store the data somewhere, we can't use it. We can't use it again somewhere. Okay, so for that we need variables. So what are variables? Variables are containers. You know container? What is container? Storing something. At home we store biscuits, rice, dal in containers, isn't it? So we need a container to store the variable so that we can later on use it. At home you bought dal, and if you bring the dal and just throw it on the floor, will you use like that? From the floor you will take little bit and cook and eat? Not like that, na? If you put it in a container, so that we can take how much we want, isn't it? So that's how JavaScript also works. So we need a container. So for that we need variables. Now variables, there are different kinds of variables in JavaScript. But as you are beginner now, what we'll do is we'll deal with only one kind of variable. Later on, when you will learn about ES6, when you will start learning React and all, we'll have some more variables, containers. Okay. So now we'll go with the most simple variable container, that is var, where. So where, and then we need to give some, where is a keyword, where is needed, where, and then some name. For example, x. This is also a valid syntax. This is not wrong. If I write var x, it is not wrong. That means I am creating a variable named x, and x is stored in the memory. They will store it. Okay, we have something called var x. Now we can put something there. Okay, like that. So now in this x, we need to put something. So I can do something like this. X is equal to 10. So how many steps I am doing it? In how many steps I am putting some value into the x? 2 steps. But this can be done in single step also, right? Directly if I write var x equal to 10. This is also possible. If we know the value what to put, we can directly put it in the x, or if we don't know, we want to later put it later, then we will do it in 2 steps. Okay, both are correct. There is nothing wrong. Okay, now here in this syntax, there are 4 things: 1, 2, 3, this equal to 4, and is semicolon 5. Okay, so we should know what are these 5 things. We are using it, but we don't know, then it is of no use. Okay, whatever you use in JavaScript, you should know why am I writing this. Every dot, every comma, every word, every letter, you should know what is the meaning, why am I using it. Okay, so now where, the word where, keyword, it is a keyword. Where is a keyword, that is a fixed keyword in JavaScript. You can't change it. It is used for declaring variables. Okay, then x. What is this x? It is the name of the variable. Okay, but we don't say the word name. Actually, it is called identifier. It is an identifier. What identifier means? We can identify by saying that name. What is your name? Mukesh. So Mukesh is your identifier. By hearing the name Mukesh, people will understand that, okay, Mukesh means that guy. Okay. Then we have one equal to. What is this equal to? It is known as assignment operator. Using this, what we do, we assign some value to some variable. What we are assigning to whom here? We are assigning what? See the syntax. Here I am saying that we use the assignment operator to assign some value to some variable. Now what is this and this? From where, from what I am assigning to whom in this line? Okay, I am assigning what? 10. I am assigning 10 to x. That is the sentence I want. What is happening here? We are using the assignment operator. I am assigning the value 10 to x. Okay, fine. So this is the basic syntax. Now what will happen? I wrote var x equal to 10. Now I can change the value of x. X is equal to, so now let me do one thing. So when I write var x equal to 10, now the value of 10 is stored in x. Now I can even print this value. If I write console.log of x. Okay. Just one second. So if I write like this, so what is this console.log doing? What does it do? It prints what, where. So says perfect sentence. Hmm? It will print the value of x in the console. What is console? Console is in the browser, in the developer tools. Okay. So what is the purpose of console.log? The console.log helps us to print some message or value in the browser console. Okay. That is the correct definition of console.log. Okay. Now let's see. So I have to open the console and reload. So what I got? 10. So that means it is able to print the value of 10 in the console. Okay, fine. Now I can even change the value of 10, value of x. X is equal to 20. Now what will happen? What will I get in the browser? Why? Because if we see, we are getting the same value 10 because we printed it before giving the new value, assigning the new value, isn't it? JavaScript is synchronous. What do you mean by synchronous? In JavaScript, suppose I write 500 lines of code, then what will happen? JavaScript will not run from here and there. It will always first execute, run the first line, then it will go for the second line, then it will go for the third line, then it will go for the fourth line. Like this, it will go up to line number 500. Okay, it will not work like first it will go to this, then it will go to this, then it will go to this. No, it will always run in a serial manner. Okay, so that means if it runs in a serial manner, first it will assign the value of x, 10 to x, then it will print the value, and then it will again assign. But after this, we didn't print it, isn't it? So I have to write here console.log of x again. Then what I will get? I'll get first 10 and then 20. Okay, fine. Now, okay. So this was about variables. So that means we can create variable, we can put some value into a variable, and then we can change the value of the variable also, isn't it? We can make it 0. If I write x equal to 0, it will become 0, isn't it? So these are the three things we can do with variables: create, assign, and reassign. That means giving some new value again. Okay, so that is okay, fine. Now if you observe here, what is the value that you gave to the x is known as data. Okay, in JavaScript it is known as data, but we have again different kinds of data. This is only one type of data that we saw. We can also write where y is equal to something like hello. Okay, I forgot to tell one thing more. The fifth thing, semicolon. Why do we need it? What is semicolon? Yeah, to end the line. It works like a full stop. By seeing the full stop, we come to know, okay, it is the end, isn't it? If I don't write full stop, that means the line has not ended. That means something else can come. So when I write the semicolon, it means it is full stop for this line. Now we can go to the next line. So that means if I put here a semicolon, I should not write anything here, isn't it? But that is not wrong. I can even write where z equal to 5. That is not wrong, but we should not do that. This is the proper syntax. Okay, fine. Now, so we can write something like this also, but here the data is different, isn't it? So like this, we have different data, different types of data in JavaScript. So let's see them one by one. Okay. So this 10 is known as what data type? Number. So we have different data types. Okay, let me tell them one by one. So number, Then we have string. What is string? String means letters, words, sentences. Okay. In some programming languages, there are two types of strings actually. One is known as character, one is known as string. What is character? Character means one letter or one word. Okay. But string means sentences in some other programming language. But in JavaScript, everything is a string. Whether it is one letter, whether it is one word, whether it is one sentence, or whether it is one paragraph, these all are strings. Okay. Same with number also. In other programming languages, we have int, float, big int, many things are there. Okay. But in JavaScript, everything is number. 1 is also number, 2 is also number, 2.36 is also number. Here we don't have the concept of float. Okay. Everything is a number. 2.35 is also a number. Okay. Fine. Okay. Then number and string are the most basic data types. Then we have something called Boolean. What is Boolean? Boolean means true or false. That means Boolean value is something like yes or no. 0 and 1. 0 and 1 are not Boolean values, they are numbers, but that's how it works. It comes from 0 and 1 actually. These are all coming from computer science fundamentals. So in computer science, we have only two values, that is 0 and 1, binary digits, isn't it? So it is either true or false. 1 means it is true, 0 means it is false. But logic is, yeah. So here what we have is, so we can't write directly 0 or 1 because again it will think it is number. So we have to write something, isn't it? So what we have is, we have true and false. Okay. So this data type is known as Boolean. So where A is equal to false, this is also Boolean. Okay. Then okay, number, string, Boolean, and then what else? Null, undefined. Okay. So we have null. Null means nothing. There is nothing there. Okay. Then we have undefined. We don't use these data types. We don't write where x equal to null. We may need it at some place where we want to initialize some variable with null or undefined, but we don't normally use them. It becomes undefined sometimes if we give some wrong value, if we don't assign the value. Okay. So I'll get into it when I'll go into assignment operators. Okay. Null, undefined, and then we have arrays, objects. So we'll go into them later on. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is about the data types. Now let me go to operator. So till now, have we seen any operator here today? Did we see any operator? What is that? That is correct. It is an operator. It is known as assignment operator. Okay. Equal to is single equal to, not double equal to or triple equal to. Okay. Single equal to is known as assignment operator. Why? Because we use the single equal to symbol to assign some value to a variable. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now write where x is equal to 10. So here we are using the assignment operator to assign the value of 10 to x. Now, when I write this console.log of x, I get 10 in the console, isn't it? But let's say I didn't use this assignment. Then what will happen? What will I get? Do you have any idea what will happen? Undefined. Good. So when we initialize a variable and don't put some value, the value has always has a value that is undefined by default. JavaScript will always give the value of undefined to that variable. Okay, so I save this, go to the browser and reload. Oh, sorry, I didn't save. Yeah, so reload and I got undefined. Okay, where x, where y, where z, whatever you write, if you don't give a value, it will give you undefined. Okay, fine. Then okay, so this is about the assignment operator. Okay, fine. Now let's go to some other operators. So what other operators we have? We have different kinds of operators like arithmetic operator. Okay, so logical operator. So let's see them one by one. Okay. Okay, fine. So I forgot to tell you one thing. There's a number, string, number, string, and then null, undefined, Boolean. These are all known as primitive data types. Okay, and they can store only one value. Okay, these are known as primitive data type and they can store only one value. But arrays and objects, they are known as non-primitive data types or derived data types. Okay, they can store more than one value at a time. Okay, are you getting it? There is some more differences between primitive and non-primitive, but we'll discuss them later. We'll not discuss it here because that will be totally confusing. Okay, once you understand those concepts, after that we can come back. Okay, fine. Now so we have seen all those things. Now so we have operators now. JavaScript, what else we have? I think you already know some of them. Okay, so I think sir has already discussed about unary operators, isn't it? What is plus? Okay. Okay, fine. We'll go slowly. Don't worry. We'll have a class tomorrow also. Okay, because we have to cover up to loops. Okay, so today I'll take the class for 2 hours up to, let's see how much we can cover in up to 10:30. If it is enough, then we will stop there. Otherwise, we'll go up to 11. Okay, fine. Okay, but remember tomorrow also we'll have it. Okay, okay, fine. We'll see. I'll decide. If sir is not well, then I'll come. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now, what were we discussing about? Okay, operators. Okay, fine. Now see, we saw where x equal to 10. So this is the assignment operator, right? Then we can have something like where y is equal to 20. And I can have where z is equal to x plus y. What is the meaning of this? What am I doing actually? Sorry, addition. So what I am doing is I am having 10 in x, 20 in y, and I am trying to add them together and store it in where? Z. Okay, and then I am trying to print the value. So for adding, what am I using? I am using a plus here. What is this? This is known as the arithmetic addition operator. Okay, so like that, lot of operators are there: plus, minus, multiplication, division, lot of things are there. Okay, but there again we have some categories like arithmetic operators, binary operators, logical operators, comparison operators. We have to know them category wise. Okay, so let's see them one by one. What is there? So arithmetic operators are the most basic. So let's go through the arithmetic operators first. Okay, okay, fine. So what I'll do here is here is this assignment operator. Okay, fine. Now here we have seen arithmetic. So from here the arithmetic operators will start. Arithmetic operators. Okay, so this is addition operator. Then we can have where q is equal to 30 minus 20. So what is this? This is the subtraction operator. Okay, then where p is equal to 40 into 2. So the star means multiplication. Okay, so this is again multiplication operator. Then we have division operator as well. So where a is equal to 20 by 4, we will get the answer as 5, isn't it? So this is division operator. Okay, then we have something called the modulus. Do you know what is the modulus? What does it give us? Remainder. So that means where rem means remainder. Where rem, so rem is just a name. Okay, you can write anything. Where rem is equal to 20 modulus 3. So what will be the value? How much I will get? 20 mod 3. 3 into 6, 18 plus 2, isn't it? So we'll get the value as 2. So this is the modulus operator. Okay, or mod. Okay. So these are the basic arithmetic operators. Okay, plus, minus, into, divide, more are there, but these are basic. And we have the power, that is 2 to the power 4. Yesterday we saw, isn't it? 2 to the power 4 means how much? 16. How do we do that? So where I'll give a name like pow, where pow is equal to 2 double star 4. Okay, so this will give us 16 in the console, and this is exponentiation operator. Okay, exponentiation operator. So I think these are the basic things. I don't think we need to go for other things. Okay, other things already discussed in the video. You can go through them. Okay, okay, fine. So these are the arithmetic operators. Then what else do we have? We have the logical operators. So it is not shown here. Okay, fine. We'll go through them one by one. Okay. I think those are already discussed, the other operators maybe. So whatever sir has discussed, think about that only for now, because whenever we need some new operator, we'll discuss. Okay, so don't worry. So whatever is discussed, that is enough. Okay. Now we have unary operators, binary operators. What is the meaning of this unary and binary? Do you know? So whatever operators we were using till now, what was happening? What was this equal to this assignment operator? What was it doing? What is the use of this assignment operator? What is it doing? What is it doing? We're checking. It is assignment operator. I mean, again and again, I am saying it is assigning some value to a variable. What is the purpose of assignment operator? It is assigning some value to some variable. So that means it involves two things, isn't it? It works on two things. It is not working on one thing. It is working on two things. It is taking something and giving it to someone. Okay, I am taking a pen from you and giving it to Mukesh. That means I am two persons are involved, isn't it? So that means it is known as a binary operator. Binary means two. Okay. Here again, here also it is binary. What is this plus operator doing? Addition of what? Is it binary or not? Why? What are those two values? Yes. So it is adding x with y. So again, it is involving two values, isn't it? So the plus operator is also a binary operator. That means all the arithmetic operators are all binary operators. Okay. But there are some unary operators also. We have to see what are those. Okay. So in the unary operator, we have something called increment decrement. Then we have unary plus and minus. Then we have logical not. So these three are enough. Okay, let's see them one by one. What is this unary plus? What is it doing? That is a single plus. We'll see that first, then we'll go for increment decrement. Okay, so now see. Now we have different kinds of values, isn't it? So, oh, wait. So, in numbers, what is it? Unary operators. Okay. So in numbers, I told you that where x equal to 10 is a number, 20 is also a number, 3.46 is also a number. Okay, but and 0 is also a number. But whatever numbers we are seeing, these are all positive numbers. Why are we not using negative numbers? Can we use or not? We can use negative numbers. Yes, we can use. JavaScript also supports negative numbers. Okay, so I can put x. Let me put another variable where neg something negative, where neg is equal to minus 46. Okay, and let me try to print the value of neg. So did we get the minus 46? So that means it is not wrong, isn't it? So minus 46 is also a number value in JavaScript. Okay. Now, now how are we putting the minus 40? How are we writing the minus 40? We're writing 46 and we are just putting a minus sign before it, isn't it? Nothing else, isn't it? So that minus, you can say that it is an unary operator. It is a unary operator because it is working on only one number. Okay, it is not involving two numbers. In maths, it is not an operator, but in JavaScript, it will be an operator. Okay, let me show you. For example, in maths, what will happen? You just tell me. Where num is equal to something like minus 4. What will happen? Forget about Java. In maths, what will happen? Plus 4, isn't it? So let's check this. Console.log of num. I'm getting plus 4, isn't it? So we can say that this minus is also an unary operator, isn't it? So like this, we have unary operators. So let me put something like, so if I have a plus, that means I'm trying to make the value positive. Okay, so I'll not get anything because it is already positive, so no change. In front of minus, if I put, even that, nothing will change because plus and minus is minus, isn't it? But if I put a minus here, we can change the value of negative number to positive number. So these are unary plus and minus operators. Okay, and it involves only one value. It is not involving two values. Okay, like that we have something called increment and decrement operator. So those are double plus and double minus. Okay, do you know what that double plus does? What is the meaning of increment? So it increases one value. That means it does plus 1 actually, isn't it? If I write 2 plus plus, that means it is actually doing plus 1, isn't it? So let me do something where I is equal to 23, and then I write where j is equal to I plus plus, and then okay, again there is some problem here. Actually, increment also works in a different manner. So let me write something like this: I plus plus. Okay, if I write I plus plus, what it is doing, it is incrementing the value, so that is doing 23 plus 1 actually. Okay, then console.log of I. So what value I will get? 24. I got 24 at the end, isn't it? In the same way, we have decrement operator as well. It is making it 22, but there is a problem in increment and decrement operator because they are having two types of forms. Two forms are there. Okay, one is known as pre-increment, one is known as post-increment. Do you know them? Pre-increment and post-increment? No, you? Somewhat. Okay, So what does it do? Let me show you. So now we saw that if I write I plus plus and if I do console or log of I am getting the value as 24, isn't it? But I'll show you something. There is a problem. What problem is? Suppose I write where j is equal to I plus 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 plus, and if I print the value, okay, sorry, here I have to write j. What did I get? But I incremented, isn't it? Even after incrementing, I am getting 23. Is that wrong or right? Something is wrong, isn't it? So what is happening here is this I plus plus is known as whatever, whenever we write plus plus here, it is known as post increment. Okay. If I write it before I, this is known as pre increment. Now I will get the value correctly. I got 24. So the reason behind this is, let me tell you. So when I write where j is equal to I plus plus, what is happening here is when I write this equal to and then j I plus plus, what it is doing? It is first assigning the value of I to j. Okay, what is the value of I? So it is assigning the value of 23 to j, and then after that it is incrementing actually. So that's why what is happening? First it is giving the value. So j already got 23, and then after assigning it is incrementing. But after incrementing it is not giving back again. So that's why j is not getting the 24 value. Okay, it is having the old 23 value only. Okay, that's why when we print j we get 23. But if I write the plus plus here, what will happen? It will first increment the value and then it will assign. So if it increments the value, the value becomes 24. Then it assigns. So j gets 24, not the old value. So now if I print, I get 24, the updated value. The same thing happens with minus minus also, minus minus operator also. If I put it before, it will first decrement and then assign. Otherwise, it will decrement later on. Okay. Okay. Fine. So this is what increment and decrement operator. Then we have another operator, that is the logical not operator. So this logical operator not operator is little bit different. It doesn't what it is called. It deals with Boolean values actually. Okay, it deals with Boolean values. True, false actually. But again, there are some things we will see with this topic. I didn't go to this topic when I was talking about data type, but we will go to that after this thing. Okay, after discussing the logical not, here we will see why we need this topic. Okay, first let's see. We'll see only the Boolean values now. What happens? So where raining, is it raining now? No. So where raining equal to false. Okay. Now I can use the logical not operator where I'll use something like I'll just write opposite. Okay, where opposite is equal to this not operator and which value, which variable I will write? X, Y, Z. What? I was writing here where I equal to 23, and then I was using this same I to increment. Here I am writing where raining equal to false. Here on what I will apply the not. Which variable I will apply the not. What is the variable name for false? Say something. Say na. So let me show you something. Let's say it is raining now. Okay, and this variable has what value? It is having a Boolean value. Which value? True. So this raining, if I put here, what will happen? It will make it opposite. If it is true, it will make it false. If it is false, it will make it true. Okay, so this means not raining, and a raining contains true, so true will become false. Now if I write console.log of opposite, so what value I'll get? False. I got false. Okay, suppose raining is false, then what will happen? The not operator will make it opposite, negate it, and will get true. Okay, so this is what logical not operator is. Okay, then now let me tell you something. Now we will go to this part, JavaScript type conversion part. So see here, before going into that, we need to know these things. Now this not operator, it will not only work on Boolean values. What it is doing is actually whatever value, when I write this line, whatever value is here in the, one second. So what I was saying is this not operator, what it actually does is whatever value we write here, that value is Boolean here. Okay, that's fine. But if it is not Boolean, then what will happen? So this not operator, this exclamation mark not operator, it doesn't know whether the value is Boolean or not, isn't it? It is just waiting there. Okay, some value will come, I will make it opposite. It is just expecting that, right? number है ना? Okay, so what is this not operator doing? It is just waiting for some value, and it is just thinking that okay, I will make it opposite. Okay, so but it doesn't know what kind of data will come. Okay, so what it does is whatever value comes, it will try to make it Boolean. That means suppose a string is coming, it will try to first convert that string into some Boolean value, and then it will make it opposite. Okay, suppose some string is coming and it is trying to convert the string to Boolean. Okay, it got true, then it will make it false. Suppose some value is coming, it will convert it to Boolean, it got false. Okay, then after that it will do the opposite part. Okay, so like that, this thing, conversion of one data type to another, is known as type conversion. Okay, converting a string to Boolean, converting a number to Boolean, converting some array or object to Boolean. So these are all type conversions. This is known as type conversion. Okay, now let's see what happens when we try to convert some value into other value. Let's start with numbers. Okay, so raining is false, so that's why we got true. Suppose raining is a number 23, then what will happen? This symbol will convert the number into Boolean, then it will try to convert the number into Boolean. After that it will do the opposite. Okay, so now let's see what we get from this. We are getting false. That means the value is true, isn't it? 23 is true. That's why 23 is converted to false by this not operator, isn't it? Let's see about what about 0. What will happen now? 0 will be converted to Boolean and it will become false. Then it will be converted to true by using the not operator. Okay. What about -6? -6 will become true or false. Let's see the output. We got false. That means -6 is true. So we can conclude that any number other than 0 is true. Any number other than 0 is true. Only 0 is false. Okay. So we are talking about numbers. We are not talking about string, null, or undefined or Boolean. We'll talk about them later. But now we are talking only about numbers. Okay. Plus and minus. So minus is also a number. -4 is also a number. Okay. So that means all numbers except 0 are true, will be converted to true if we try to convert it, and 0 will give us false. Okay. Now, so that is about numbers. Now what about strings? So let's say I have a string called hello. So what will happen to this hello? I'm getting false. That means hello is true. That means string is also becoming true. What about one character? It is also getting false. That means that is also true. What about an empty string? I'm getting true. That means empty string is false. Yeah, just like 0. Okay, it is a false value. Okay, fine. Then what other data types we are having? We got number, string, then Boolean. So Boolean we already have seen. True, false we have already seen. Then null. Okay, let's see about null. What happens when we try to convert null into some Boolean value? I got true. That means null is false. So in the beginning I told you that null means nothing. So nothing is false, isn't it? So what about undefined? Undefined is also a data type, right? So what will happen? We got true. That means undefined is false. Okay. So null, undefined, 0, empty string. These are all false, isn't it? Okay, fine. now let's see. Here we were this not operator we used to convert the data types, isn't it? But we also have some other ways of converting the data types. Okay, so let's see them. What conversion methods we have? So here okay, fine. Now see here, JavaScript type convergence. So what is this thing doing? This is actually converting one data type to another. So in JavaScript, there are two types of type conversion. One is known as implicit conversion, that is automatic type conversion. That is automatically it will convert. Like the not operator when we were using, it was automatically converting the value from one data type to another and then doing the opposite, isn't it? We are not saying that please convert this, isn't it? But there is another way that is known as explicit conversion, that is manual type conversion, where we forcefully convert the data type from one type to another. Okay, first let's see the implicit conversion example. What is there? How does it happen? So this plus operator what does it do? It always tries to convert the things into numbers, or sometimes numbers into strings. So before going into that, let's get back to our operators, where we saw the addition operator. When we try to add two numbers, that is okay. But when we try to add two strings, what happens? Suppose hi and hello, what will happen? Hmm? It comes together. So when we try to add two strings, what happens? Addition is not happening. Addition means two numbers, isn't it? So addition is not happening in strings. That means something else is happening. So if you see here, we got hi, hello together. So this is known as concatenation. Okay, concatenation happens when we try to add two strings. Okay, fine. Now see. So here what is written? Result is equal to string in 3 in string plus 2. Is it visible? Okay. String and 2. So what happened? When it was trying to add, it got here a string. So it is not thinking what is the second number. Whenever it got the string, it is thinking that, okay, I have to do concatenation. I will not do addition. If the first value is number, it will try to do addition. It will think, okay, I'll get numbers now. But first value only it got string, no? So it is thinking that no, I'll not do addition. I'll do concatenation. So what value it got? It got 32. 3 plus 2, we got 32. Okay. Then 3 plus true. So 3 true. Then 3 plus undefined. 3 undefined. 3 plus null. 3 null. So what is happening here? It is trying to convert. So when it got first value as string, it is trying to convert the second value also to string. So it is converting the 2 into double quote 2. Okay. And it is getting 32. In the same way, this Boolean value is also converted to string. Undefined is also converted to string. Null is also converted to string directly in double quotes. Okay. So this is implicit conversion to string. Okay. Now let's see the next part. Implicit conversion to number. When does this happen? Now, plus operator has some problem, isn't it? Because it can sometimes do addition, sometimes concatenation. That's why those things were happening. But minus operator doesn't do concatenation or something. It will always do minus. That means it needs numbers. It will say, I want only numbers. I don't want anything else. If I get anything else, I will convert that into number and do the maths. Okay. If you give me 3 minus true, I will try to do 3 minus true directly in maths. What happens, I don't know. Output, what comes, what it will come, it doesn't care. But it will always do subtraction. Okay. So what is happening here? Here when I wrote 4 in string and 2 in string, it is converting this string into number and this string also to number. Okay. Because it is not, it does not work on other data types, isn't it? So 4 minus 2, I got 2. Suppose I wrote 4 string and 2 number, then also I'll get 2. It will directly convert this 4 into string. 4 into, in the same way, 4 into 2 is 8 and 4 by 2 is 2. I hope it is clear. So here, what is happening? Implicit conversion to number. So the strings are converted to number. Okay. Then, now see, non-numeric string results to NaN. NaN. Here what is happening? We were trying to add two strings, but they were numbers actually, isn't it? But if it is not a number, that means it is hello, this is world. These are not numbers, right? If we try to subtract those values, we get NaN. What is NaN? Not a number. Okay, we get not a number. Suppose 4 minus hello. So how will you subtract hello from 4? It is not possible, isn't it? So we get not a number. Okay. Then implicit Boolean conversion to number. What is it saying? How to convert Boolean values to number. When we did plus operator here, what was happening? It was writing 4 true in the answer, isn't it? Because it was thinking this is string, so I'll do concatenation. But minus will not understand concatenation. Na? In minus, there is no concatenation. It doesn't know that it has to work on strings. It knows only numbers. Okay. So here, for the first part, it is able to convert the 4 to number. What number we will get from this string? 4, isn't it? 4 minus true. Now what is true actually? True is 1, false is 0. So true will be converted to 1 and false will be converted to 0 always. Okay. So 4 minus 1 we got 3. So 4 plus true we got 5. 4 plus false, what is it? 4 plus 0 actually, isn't it? 4 plus, here it is 4 plus 1, here it is 4 plus 0. So 4 plus 0 is 4, isn't it? Okay. Then, so what it is saying? JavaScript considers 0 as false and all non-zero numbers as true. Just some time ago I told you, isn't it? Rohit. And if true is converted to a number, the result is always 1. Okay. Okay, fine. Now null conversion to number. So null is again always 0. We have already seen that, isn't it? Null is 0, null is false. So let result equal to 4 plus null. That means 4 plus 0. 4 minus null, 4 minus 0. Then undefined use with number, boolean or null. See what is happening here? 4 plus undefined. So these are already okay. See what is happening here. 4 plus undefined, we are getting not a number, because it is not able to convert the undefined to, see, undefined will become false, but undefined will not become 0 in when we are trying to convert it to number. When we convert undefined to boolean, we will get true or false. Undefined will try to convert to boolean, will get false. But undefined, if you try to convert to number, will not get nothing, not a number. Okay. So that's why we are getting 4 plus undefined is equal to not a number, because undefined cannot be converted to 0, because undefined and 0 both are totally different things. Okay. So these are all getting undefined and not a number in the result. Okay. Null plus undefined is also not a number. Okay. Now let's get back to explicit conversion. So that means the forceful conversion. Here we were not forcefully converting. It was automatically 4 was converted to a string, 4 was converted to number, string 3 was converted to 3. Okay. True was converted automatically to 1. But here we will forcefully change the value. How to do that? Now let's see. So convert to number explicitly. Okay. How to convert to number? There is a method. There is a thing called, as we write like this, number of something. Okay. When we write number of something, so that means the meaning is we are trying to convert that something into a number. So when we convert true to number, what we get? True. What is the value for true? Number value for true? 1. For false? 0. So you see here, number of true is giving us 1, number of false is giving us 0. Okay. In the same way, number of 324 is giving us 324. It is removing the things. That's what we saw above, isn't it? Number of 324 e minus 1. So this is this number is written as this. in what it is called, when the number is very big. This is something, what this thing is called. In calculators, have you seen something like this? When we print the big numbers, it will give us something like this, 32.4. So that means 324 into 1 by 10. That means e minus 2, if I write, we will get 3.24. See, minus 2 means 1 by 100. Okay, like that. 324 into 1 by 100, 324 into 1 by 10. Okay, so like that it is able to convert. Okay, fine, that is not a big deal. So number of true is giving us 1, number of false is giving us 0. So, and if we try to convert some strings to number, what will happen? It will give not a number. Empty string is giving 0, but some string is giving us not a number. Okay, so number of null is giving us 0, but number of undefined will not give us 0. Number of null will give us 0, but number of undefined will give us not a number. Number of string will give us not a number. But in string, if I write some number like this, then only it will get number. Okay, then number of not a number is also not a number. So that is fine. So any extra thing they are saying? Empty strings and null values return 0. If string is an invalid number, result will be not a number. Then you can also generate number from string using, okay, this we will see later on. Now, so there is another thing called parsing. Parsing, I think you have used it, not used. So just like number, parsing is also there, but parsing problem is it will not take decimal values. It will ignore the decimal values. It will take only the integer part. So that means parse int of 20.01 will give 20, but parse float will give even the decimals. Parse float of 20.01 will give you 20.01. Okay, just like that. And we have already seen unary operator. Okay, fine. Okay, then convert to string explicitly. How do we forcefully convert to string? So here we have again, just like we wrote number of something, we write string of something. Okay, so string of 324 will give you same number in double quotes. Okay, string of 2 plus 4, it will first calculate the value. What is the value? 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, then it will give the double quote. Null will again become like this, string. So everything will become string only. And n is also becoming string, true is also becoming string. Okay, so two string is can also be used. So same thing actually. So whatever, so that string, in string there is no difference for anything. Whatever you give it to string, it will put double quote and give you. That's it. It will not do any more thing. Okay, okay. Now convert to Boolean. See, there are some notes. I'm not reading those things. These are very important. Okay, you have to go through this website. Whatever you want to study in JavaScript, you have to study from here so that you can get what you want. See, I'm not discussing about the toString. I'm saying that toString is same like string. But here one important thing is they're saying. However, toString gives error when null is passed. See, here when we wrote a string of null, it is giving us null. And what I told you that toString is also same. But if you try to write null dot toString, it will give error. See, okay, so these things I don't want to tell now. you go through the website, the extra things, these are extra things, right? This is not our objective now. So, but you should know this kind of thing. So you go through these things. Okay, same website, you go through all this. Okay, now convert to Boolean explicitly. Now, so we already seen that actually. So empty string will give us false, 0 will give us false, undefined will give us false, null will give us false, not a number will give us false, and except these 5 values 1 2 3 4 5, except these 5 things, whatever you give to Boolean, it will be true, always true. See, number is true, string is true. This is not empty string, there is a space. If you give a space, it will become true. If you don't give the space, it will become false, like here. Okay, so numbers means positive and negative, all. Okay, now fine. So there is a JavaScript type conversion table. So here all the type conversions are given. You can go through this for reference. Okay, fine. So this is about JavaScript type conversions. Now let me show you a small thing and end it for today. So tomorrow we will go into expressions, statements, and all those things. Okay. Okay, I'll show you a little bit of expression and statements. Okay, that is just basic things, just 5 minutes. That is okay, fine. Then we'll go for loops and all tomorrow. Okay. Okay, fine. So now what I want to show you is, we have seen a lot of things about data types, isn't it? But there is another operator. Actually, we were going through operators, isn't it? In operators, we came across type conversion, so we went there. But let's come back to our operators. Here we have seen all these operators, but special operator, implicit conversion, conditional operator. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. So see here in the types, do you know how to check the data type of a variable? Suppose var x is equal to 48. Oh, sorry. Let's say var s is equal to 48. So what is this data type? S equal to 48. What is the data type? It is string, it is Boolean, it is what? So how do you know that? You are saying, just by saying the computer will not understand, right? So we can check by using this console.log of type of s. So this type of operator is used for checking the data type. Okay. So what I will get here? Number. I got number. If I write 48 in strings, I get string. If I write true, I get Boolean, like that. Okay. So this the type of operator works. Undefined, undefined, but there is a problem with null. I get object. Type of null is object. And that's how JavaScript works. We can't do anything. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Fine. So in operators, anything is left? Logical operators. Yeah. Assignment. Okay. So we have seen the unary operators. Then we have the binary operator. So binary operator we have already seen. Double equal to, we have seen the assignment operator, we have seen the plus operator, minus operator, multiplication operator, and division operator, modulus, isn't it? All we have seen. Some things are left, like double equal to, triple equal to. So these are comparison operators. So we'll see these comparison operators and anything else? Logical. Okay, fine. So let's complete this operator and finish it. Okay, that will be better. We'll see the other things tomorrow. As we have started, we should complete it, isn't it? Okay. So we have the comparison operator. So what is this comparison operators? What is the meaning of comparison operator? We use this for comparing two values. First thing is, what is the heading? It is binary operator. That means it will involve two values. Comparison will compare two values. Okay. So let me show you. In the console, let me write something. Okay. Instead of writing it here. Where greater is equal to, we want to compare two numbers. So give me two numbers, I'll compare them. Give me two numbers, 20 and 30. So I want to check whether 20 is greater than 30 or not. Okay, is 20 greater than 30? No. So that means 20 greater than 30 should give us false. So console.log of greater. I get false. Okay. Where lesser is equal to 20 less than 30. What I will get here? True. Okay. So this is a comparison operator. Less than, greater than. Then what else we have? Less than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. I hope you already know these things. Greater than or equal to. See, if I write here 20 greater than 20, what I will get? True or false? False. Because 20 is not greater than 20. Isn't it? But if I write here 20 greater than or equal to 20, then because we are checking greater than or equal to. So if it is equal to, then also we'll get true. Same thing will happen for 20 greater than equal to less than equal to 30 as well. So here if I write here 20, then also I'll get true. Okay, fine. Then now comes the double equal to and triple equal to. Okay. Suppose I want to compare two numbers whether they are equal or not. Okay. So for that we have two forms, that is double equal to and triple equal to. So let's see what are those things. Now, where equal value equal is equal to, so let's say two numbers 22. So first we'll compare 22 with 22 and we'll use first the double equal to. What is double equal to and what is equal to? First let's see the what is double equal to. So if I write double equal to, what does it do is it will check the value is equal or not. Now before that we need to know what is value. Okay, there are two things, value and data type. So let me show you something here where some value d, val d is equal to 23 and where g is equal to in string 23. Okay, so for the first case, that is where d equal to 23, what is the value? Value, I'm asking value. 23, the value is 23. So for this one, value is 23 and what is the data type? Data type is number. Okay, now here what is the value? So here also value is 23 and the data type is so that is what you need to understand. Data type is string. Okay. So now here when I write 22 double equal to 22, it is checking only the value. The value is equal or not. So what I will get in equal? Equal is console.log of equal. I will get true or false. True. Because the value is same. So what will happen if I write here this? Why? I'm saying double equal to will only check for data. Double check it will check only for value. That's what I said. No, did I say wrong? So then, I'm just saying that double equal to I have said 2 times now. Double equal to only checks value. It will not check data type. I'm saying again and again. Now tell me what will happen here? Why? Okay, fine. That is not the thing. If double equal to checks only value, so what is happening? The value of 22 is 22. The value of 22 is also 22. So it is equal. We don't care about the data type. Don't speak about data type when we are talking about double equal. Okay. So it will only checking the value. It will give us true because the value of this is also 22. The value of this is also 22. So that's why it is equal. So it will give us true. Okay. Now, now what is there? Okay. Do we get something like this? Okay, fine. That is okay. Now let's see some other things. In value, value. Okay. So 24 with 22. Now false because both the values are different. One is 24, one is 22. What will happen if I put string? False. Then also false because the values are different. One is 24, one is 22. Okay, fine. Now let's go for triple equal to. What happens in triple equal? Where strict equal is equal to 24 triple equal to 24. So console.log of strict equal. So what I'll get? True. So what does triple equal to do? To write here. Triple equal to checks both value and data type. Okay. So strict equal will give us true. What about 23 and 24? False. False. What about 24 and in quotes 24? False. False. Because the value is same, but the data type is different. Okay. Like that. So this is about double equal to and triple equal. Okay. So in console, when we write something, when we get some output, suppose we got one number in the output, it looks like green. Okay. Suppose not green, actually purple color. It will come as purple color. When we write 23 in strings, we get it as something like this. But okay, that is number. That's why it is coming. See this string. String comes in white color. Numbers come in purple color. But just by seeing, we can't say whether it is number or string, isn't it? We can't remember the colors all the time, isn't it? So sometimes you may get some other values also, isn't it? So to check that, you can use the triple equal to. Okay. and triple equal to is more what it is called, more better, more it is the best way to compare two things. Okay, because sometimes it may give some error because this thing is giving us true. If I write here 24, this is giving us true, but that is not true actually. No, they are not equal. One is string, one is number. That should not happen. So to avoid those kind of things, we should use triple equal to always. Okay, try to avoid double equal to. Okay, fine. Then what else do we have? Then there is not equal to also. So we already know not. What is not, isn't it? It will make it opposite. So where v is equal to 23 not equal to 24. Okay, what I will get? Console.log of v. So true. Okay, because 23 is not equal to 24. So that's why it is giving us true. 23 not equal to 23 because it is equal, isn't it? We can't say like that. And in here also there is a double equal to. That means this one is only checking for data type, but this one will sorry, this one is checking for value. But if I write like this, it will check for data type as well. So let me give some example. So what will give true? Not equal to false. Not equal to this is giving false. What example should I take? Okay, fine. Okay. This is in this case it is little bit different. So the meaning is same. Here it is only checking the value, but in the if I write like this, it will also check the data type. So for example, how do I show you that 23 is not equal to 24? Can you see this? When I write 23 not equal to 23, it is saying false. It is thinking that it is equal. Why? Because it is only checking the value. It is not checking data type. But when I write double equal to, it is saying no, the value is okay, but the data type is wrong. So that's why it is giving true. Okay. So that is about not equal. Then what we have logical operators. Okay. So what are these logical operators? These logical operators, let me show you. So logical operator, whenever that logical word is coming, it means it is dealing with Boolean values. Okay. So let's see what happens. So where bool is equal to 1. So electronics people, how many are there? You all are electronics. So you know already AND gates and OR gates, right? Do you have any idea about AND and OR? So okay, no problem. So when we write and 0, so what it should give us? 1 and 0 will give you 0. And no. So what it is doing? It is checking. I told you one thing. This is logical operator, so it will deal with Boolean values. So what it is doing? It is comparing two Boolean values. Okay. So the meaning of AND is it is asking whether the first value, this is the first value, this is the second value. It is asking whether first and second both are true or not? Both are true or not? Both are true or not? No. Why? That is not the case. One is true, no? But zero is false, isn't it? So that means both are not true. Suppose I write here true, and here I write true. Now you tell me. Forget about numbers. Now it is asking both are true or not. Is it true or not? True. Okay. So now what will happen? I will get console.log of bool will give us true. We got true at the last. So I write here false. So it is asking both are true or not. Is it true? Both are true? No. So we will get false. Okay. Then false and false, both are true or not? Are both true? No, because both are false, isn't it? So we'll get again false. Okay. But or is little bit different. Or we write like this. So or is asking if any one of them is true, either this or that. Okay. So let me write true and true. So it is asking, is any one of them true? Is any one of them true? You should give the answer yes or no. Huh? I am asking yes or no. Yes, na. So yes means true. So it will give us true there. Okay. Is any one of them true? Yes, one, at least one is true, na. So we'll get true. Is any one of them true? No. So we'll get false. Okay. Okay. So this is how and then or operators work. But again, there's another problem. JavaScript is very mysterious. Now let's see. Now we tried with only Boolean values. Now let's try some other values, because we know 1 is true, 0 is false, isn't it? We can try that also. Okay. Let's try. Let's start with this thing. End. Okay. We started with end, right? So 1 and 0. It is asking, are both of them true? No. 1 is, 0 is false. So we'll get false, because not both of them are true, isn't it? Then 1 and 1 true. 0 and 0 false, because both are 0, isn't it? Then what about or? Is any one of them true? Yes. Is any one of them true? Yes. Is any one of them true? No. So we get 0. See, we are getting not true false now. We are getting 1 and 0. Okay. Fine. Now, so it is checking. It is not checking whether both of them are true or false. What it is checking? It is both of them are 1, both of them are 0. It is thinking like that. When we are using Boolean value like true false, it is the answer is coming as true and false. When we are giving 1 and 0, the answer is coming 1 or 0, because both are opposite things. But what about 2 and 3? 2 is also true, 3 is also true. What happened at that time? 2 and 3. What will be the output? What is it asking? Are both of them true? Yes. Okay. But what will be the output? Will it give true? Will it give 1 or what? Let's see. What I got? 3. Why? So the reason is it is so, and what it will do, it will check whether both of them are true or not. Okay, so what it is doing, first it is taking the first value, okay, it is true. Then it is going to the next value, okay, this is also true. Nah, so this is the sequence. It will first check the first value, then it will check the second value, but both are true. But what is the last value it is having in its mind? That is 3. Not big. Last value. It will always have the last value, because first it check for the first one. If it is true, only then it is going to the second value, isn't it? So let's see. Suppose if I write here 2 and 0. First it is checking the first value. First value is true or not? True. Then it is going to second value. Second value is true or not? False. So what last true value it is having in its mind? 0 is false value, na? So it will give us 2 in the output. See here. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Because it is comparing now. So first it is getting true and then it is getting false. So what was the main question? Are both of them true? No. So it is giving us directly 0. Okay. Now let's use some other things like 32 and 64. What I will get here? 64, isn't it? Because both conditions are satisfied and the last value is this. Okay, fine. Now let's talk about OR. Okay, in OR, I'll not start with all these things. I'll start with this thing. 1 and 0. So here what was happening? We're getting 1. Why? Because first it is, what is the question? Is any one of them true? So first it is going first value. It is true. Okay. Khatam na. It doesn't need to check for the second value. Second value is true, false. We don't care, isn't it? First value is true means answer is true. So now that means here if I write 56, 567, it will check first value is true. Okay, directly it will give us 567. Isn't it? It will not check for the next value. So next value is 0, next value is false. It doesn't check. Okay, this is how AND and OR will work. Okay. Okay, fine. That's it for today. We'll see some more things tomorrow. And not we have already seen, isn't it? Not operator. Just opposite. Okay. Okay. And there is another thing actually, double not. See, console.log of not of true. What I'll get in the output? False, isn't it? That is just opposite. False will get true. But there is something called double bang. This is known as double bang operator. If I write true, it will become what? 2 times negative, na? If we apply not get 2 times, it will become 1 will get 0 again 1, isn't it? So it will make it opposite 2 times, so it will be the same. So console.log of not true will give us true. Okay, like that. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see more things tomorrow.